I'm asking y'all what's the difference because
Right.
I think corny is corny.
No, you see.
Break it down for us. Break it down
This is
for us.
why that you have corny niggas on the right.
I got corny niggas. So all of those that are watching on the live feed, if I ever fuck with you or I talk to you, Mr. Black think you a corny nigga.
Yeah. Drop a tears podcast. Yeah. Drop a tears podcast. Drop a tears podcast. Yeah. Drop a tears. We got Wilkins, Mr. Black, Janelle from the HR best squad. Every single view, no one can take God's vision of the truth. Unstoppable in your face. All I say, we speak the truth in every single debate. Out I wait. Every week we bring and take the topics. The views and optics. The fans have live party. It's on and popping. No one can do it like this. The viewing party commence. After crew excitement. The best show to find is Drop a Tears podcast. We hold it down. They know us now. We take the crown. Drop a Tears podcast. We hold it down. They know us now. We hold it down. Drop a Tears, Drop a Tears, Drop a Tears podcast. Drop a Tears, Drop a Tears, Drop a Tears podcast. We hold it down. They know us now.
Jobber Nation, good evening. Thursday nights are with the Java TS podcast.
I need the,
what the fuck?
Oxford.
Oh, that's a little far. I'm not even gonna hold you to it. It's a little far for me. But as always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sarah Wilkins and Mr. Black.
Can't see me.
What?
Do you need me to move it?
Yeah.
So then go move it. As we, fix up the videos and sounds, the lovely sounds of Gotham Studio podcasts. We appreciate you guys for always letting us rock out. Is that better? Is that good? You gotta speak. You gotta communicate.
I gotta catch up.
You said what?
Let's keep going.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. What do you
Is it
mean?
on?
It's
Oxford?
what on? Oh, so you have to ask the engineer.
Oh.
What's your name, love? I'm sorry. You said Lee? He needs the aux cord on.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to turn up your volume? Anyway, as we fix up some soundboards and things like that, I do want to give a special shout out to those that are watching on the live feed on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Thanks for joining us. As always, you can subscribe to our YouTube page on demand for all past episodes of the Java TS podcast. Once again, you can subscribe the red button. Well, okay, you're gonna have to rock out without it, maybe. As they fixing it, so you have to rock out a little bit without it, okay? With your little arm. When you gonna wear your Giants jacket?
Sometime no November.
I may have to borrow it. I'm not even gonna hold you to it, cause me and Danielle going to the Giants Jets game on the 11th. Danielle from Pretty Heels.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go to the Jets Giants game on November 11th.
So do you think Tank is gay?
Who? Tank?
Yeah.
No. You know what? Side note. You know what I watched?
Something
It
gay.
was no. I didn't watch nothing gay. What the fuck is wrong with you? I watched the on TV One. They have like this uncensored like series, and they have like a bunch of people like that come on. So like I think what's his face, Khloe Kardashian's ex-husband, Lamar Odom. He's on the next episode, but the episode I just watched was with Lisa Ray McCoy.
Who's Lisa Mary McCoy?
Players Club. Players Club.
Diamond.
All of us, yes. So she was talking about She was talking about how and she married the Prime Minister of Turks and Caicos. So she was talking about how at the time when she married the Prime Minister and the time she was on All of Us, which is a show side note, why were you asking for all black like TV theme songs?
I'm working on something.
Okay, cool. Because that threw me off, but I thought it was a cool idea. So All of Us used to be on UPN, I think, or something like that. With
they do something Martin.
With,
he was in Above the Rim.
Maybe. I don't know.
He wasn't Above the Rim. He was a star player, dogs.
Oh, the basketball player.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Something Martin. And after
Dwayne Martin was the
No, that's not his name, Dwayne Martin.
Yeah, it is. Anyways,
yeah.
So Dwayne Martin, and the reason why you said gay was because she blames Dwayne Martin for the ending of her marriage because he would like introduce women to her husband and bring women to her house, and she trusted him and stuff like that. And I thought it was crazy. But Dwayne Martin also, he was married to
Tisha
Gina
Campbell.
Yeah. They
from
still married.
Martin. No, they're actually getting a divorce. They're in the process of that. But to get back to your question, Tank, gay.
Wait. So how does that have to do?
It
with
reminded
that?
me of that because
How, Sway?
because you mentioned Tank being gay, and then it made me think of Dwayne Martin doing crazy things with the husband.
He didn't do nothing with the husband.
No, I mean, they could have had threesomes and shit. I don't know. But she was just like, I don't fuck with Dwayne Martin.
What?
Period.
But it has nothing to do with him being gay.
It's just, listen, it reminded me of what I watched last night. That's what I watched
No,
last night.
you just want to say it.
No, that's what reminded me of that. It was a trigger for me. Anyway, Tank being gay, I don't know.
So let me ask you a question. If a guy told you that he sucked dick before...
Oh, he's gay. If you suck dick, you're gay.
Oh, so how come Tank...
But did Tank say...
Okay, he's not gay, but you think...
Okay, so then
okay.
I answered your
The
question.
question that he raised up, do you think it's gay?
If a guy sucks dick, yeah, you...
Okay, so but why is
are
it acceptable
pretty-
for a woman to suck on titties in college?
No one said it wasn't. I mean, that's titties and dick are very
Oh,
two different things.
But, it's on
But
both
I'm
on
not
the same
sitting here
sex.
saying like
It's a double standard. It's
but
just
I'm not
point
sitting
blank.
here saying if a female suck on another female's tits that she's not
Right.
a lesbian.
It's acceptable,
She's
though.
bisexual. Well, that's on you guys. I mean, I don't really care if a guy sucks another guy's dick.
But would he talk to
Don't
him?
give a shit. Would I talk to him? No, because he likes sucking dick. We like doing
Oh!
the same. I don't understand.
You see?
But
You
I
see?
wouldn't. But I wouldn't talk to a girl who sucked titties either. So I don't
But
understand.
You like girls?
No.
But what does that the girl have to do with anything? That's none of your business if she suck titties.
But there's none of my. Well, no, I need to know if a guy sucks dick. But
Okay, if a guy talked to you, right? And after that, remember the Insecure episode, season 1?
that's a long time
Okay,
ago now.
there was a scene when Molly with that guy works at Hertz, right? And after that, he said, yes. I tried it. I instantly stopped, and after that, I backed away from it. After she said that she had a whole lesbian girlfriend, whatever, if I could recall. But then Molly thought that he was gay because of that. My thing is this way.
He was exploring his sexuality, and that's a
Okay.
little different.
Okay. But you said that if a guy suck a dick, he's gay.
Yeah.
But why? Okay. So why he can't be labeled as he's just exploring sexuality?
I mean, but if he's continuing sucking dick, then
No,
is it a one-time thing?
yes.
How do you know though? How do you know?
Because he said it.
He said, "Oh, I didn't hear what he said. I don't care what Tank says."
No,
What the
I'm
fuck
just
wrong
giving
with
an
me?
example of what he said.
At the end of the day, if niggas are sucking dick, I'm suck dick. I'm not talking to somebody sucking dick, but to each his own. There might be a female out here that might not care, and she'd be like, "Oh well, I like girls and you like guys, and let's all be one big happy family." That's none of my business. But I'm saying, Janelle, personally, no, I'm not about to sit here and talk to someone that sucks dick. No, thank you.
don't suck
I'm good.
dick. Okay. How about this? He
I'm
got
okay.
his dick sucked.
He got his
No.
dick sucked.
No. Let's
He's
say how's that?
gay too.
Like the guy went, oh no. I ain't
Nah.
gay. It's went soft. Is he gay?
Okay,
for
now
that?
you are, because you still having somebody
Okay.
blowing your dick. Like
Okay,
the fuck?
Let's dial it back. What if he kissed a man?
He kissed a man?
He said that, yo, this is not for me.
Then once again, he is exploring his sexuality, which if it's before me and that was a conversation, then that's a little different. But if I'm talking to a guy and he's sucking dick, and
Oh
that's
my
not,
God,
that's
you're
not
missing
good.
the point. You add
What
more
is the-
sauce to the story.
The point is, would you ask me, would you now talk to someone, would talk to a guy that sucked dick? The answer is no.
Okay.
The end.
Even though that he was exploring sexuality in college.
The end. That's college. But if he's continuously...
No, Janelle, you're not listening to me. He was
Me personally, I don't want to talk to someone that could be possibly doing the same things I'm doing. So I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. We could still be cool. We could still hang out. But I'm personally,
I think you're
me.
missing my point.
The point is, you're saying, would I talk to someone that has explored their sexuality before? I'm saying no. I'm good on that. I'm okay. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm not saying that there's an issue with that. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Thank you.
Can you turn it up a little bit? The aux cord?
The aux cord volume a little bit, guys. Thank you. There you go. Shit. Yeah. Oh God, Jesus Christ. But just Janelle, I can only talk about Janelle personally,
Okay.
and I'm all the way good on that. But I'm not sitting here saying that the next female should not or anyone else should not. But Janelle, I can only speak for me.
Janelle from HR.
From HR, I'm not personally talking to someone that has explored their sexuality because that's not something I've done. I like guys. The end. Okay. All right. So, as we are moving along, because that was such a random ass.
To the mic.
That was a random ass Thank you. Whoever told your little ass speaking
But
to
you,
the mic.
no. What you have to say? You did went around my question though.
No, because you were trying to get me to say something, and I was
I
just
was
like,
not trying
no,
to get you trying to say nothing.
I'm not doing that. The answer is no.
You doing a lot, you know.
First of all, you doing a lot by the first 2 minutes of the episode asking me, so you talk to a guy that suck dick? So you were doing the most, actually. I was trying to get into some introductions, and you just hit me with the tank dick. I was like, I don't.
There is no in between.
It's not really crazy about it.
Either I'm very low, I'm very high.
Yeah, but next time, wait until the first 5 minutes of the damn show and ask me about sucking dick. Anyway, I want to give a special shout out, and it's a terrible segue, but I want to give a special shout out to those wrestling girls. They had me as their first. I was very honored and surprised. They had me as their first guest on their podcast. They're coming up on their 1 year anniversary. So shout outs to them, Krissa. Oh my God. And Miss Pat. So I appreciate you guys. I am beyond humbled. You're annoying. I'm beyond humbled that you guys selected me to be your first guest. We spoke about some wrestling stuff. You're gonna have to limit that shit because it's loud as fuck. But once again, I want to thank them so much for blessing me to be a part of their podcast. But you can check out the episode. It is up now on their Spotify, iTunes, and Instagram link on at Those Wrestling Girls. So shout outs to them once again. I want to do a few congratulations. This past weekend, congratulations to our boys of Prolific, Marcus Marquis and Isaiah Wolf for winning the Warriors of Wrestling tag team titles. So Mr. Isaiah Wolf is a 2-time tag team champion, but my brothers are champions and they're dripping in gold. So I'm super proud of them. I'm so sorry we could not be there live. And I know every time Marcus Marquis, sorry, kayfabe.
I don't know who's Brandon is.
He always hits me up and it's like, yo, sis, you gotta come. And every time he tells me to come, and even if it's Staten Island, I know it's something big. So we so sorry we cannot make it, but we are super proud and we cannot wait to celebrate with you guys soon. And then also this past weekend, me and Sir Wilkins were in the lovely Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina, where we did go to Queens of Combat. And then we also went to PWX Pure 18, where we saw our boy Yaya defeat Cam Carter to retain his PWX Pure title. So we're super proud of the boys down in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it was so good to see some familiar faces like Tasha Steele, Faye Jackson, Ariel Monroe, Savannah Evans, Montana Black, and of course our boy Yaya retaining his title. So it was a cool experience. What did you think of Charlotte?
That was good.
It was your first.
It was a dope time.
It was your first time in the Queen City, so it was a really good experience. And then plus we got bumped up to first class. Our flight going to Charlotte, so it was pretty cool. And then last but not least, we have our AEW Full Gear viewing party at Playwright 35, hosted by Felicia Rose and the team at IWW. Once again, IWW's upcoming show, Cheat Code, I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Will be Thanksgiving weekend.
What they call it?
What?
This nigga said some foul this. Anyways, continue.
Oh, sorry. IWW's Cheat Code show is Thanksgiving weekend, so make sure to stay tuned. They will give out. They've already released some of the matches on the card. So it seems to be a really good show. So make sure to go out and support independent wrestling. What were you talking about? Who's?
No. Go ahead, finish.
Oh, okay. I mean, I did finish, but other than that, how's everyone's week going?
Good.
What's new? What's going on in life in the pursuit of happiness? No, nothing. No. All righty then. All right, so we're going to open up our segment Behind Gorilla's Position. And we're going to have a Throwback Thursday. So Jack Swagger, a.k.a. Jack Hager, reflected his time on him being a part of the WWE family in a recent interview. And he said, and I quote, "I was lost in the mix there. When I look now at guys like Cesaro, guys like Bobby Lashley, they're just lost. When I look at them, the whole cloud of doom comes right back over me. I'm so glad I'm not in that." So my question to the table is, what were your actual thoughts on Jack Swagger in WWE? What were some likes, some dislikes? What was one of his highest peaks that you can think of? And then also, too, what's a dream AEW match, since now he's a part of the AEW family and a part of the inner circle, which I still think is very not believable. But whatever. So what is a dream match you would like to see Jack Hager in AEW? So who wants to go first? Don't all go at once.
No, so Jack Hager didn't have a bad WWE career. It wasn't
what I thought, too.
It wasn't horrible. It was a typical mid-card career.
I thought towards the end it was a little like, but that was the end. So.
Nah, but it's I think people get so caught up with like, oh, you got to be in the main event scene to have a good career. He was a decent time, and he was over with his We Are the People,
right?
Because he definitely used it after when he was on the Indies, and I don't really have no dream matches for Japs.
Oh, like what would you see? Like what would you?
I don't have nothing.
No, so you wouldn't want to see him against nobody. Like
Nah,
nobody.
it doesn't. He doesn't really strike me as somebody I really want to see in the ring. Don't get me wrong. He's not bad in the ring, but it's not something that I'm like, oh my god, I would love to see him with this person, with this person. You're kind of like whatever.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's bad in the ring. Don't get me wrong, but he's not nobody that I'm like, oh my god, it would be such an amazing match if he fought this person.
Okay.
He had his good points when he was there. He wasn't super over, but he was somewhat over. People still remember him.
Yeah, no, come on, that League of Nations shit, even that could have really been something, and I felt like they dropped the ball on that.
They did drop the ball on that, but you know, it is what it is. Like, and the comment that he made was like, people are lost. WWE has a large ass roster. There's only like so many hours out the week. Yeah. And the reason why he's happy right now because he's been thrown in the top spot.
Right, like he's a part of the top crew.
Yeah, he's a part of the top crew.
TV time.
He's gonna get TV time, but he got TV time in WWE too.
Correct.
He got a lot of TV time in WWE.
And actually, the two people he mentioned are like they get TV time. Like not for nothing, I thought, and I always say going back to NXT Takeover UK, I honestly thought that Cesaro match.
Facebook Live is down.
Okay, go on.
Okay,
keep going.
So I thought the Cesaro match on NXT Takeover UK was by far probably one of his best matches in a few years, and I thought it was really good. So, Mr. Bach, real quick, what are your thoughts on Jack Swagger when he was in WWE, and then do you want to see him wrestle anyone in AEW?
I felt that he got pushed at very weird times.
Okay.
Like, I felt that they never really give him the role push behind him.
Just gonna skip this to your mouth. Is do you feel like it's because it looks like you sucking dick? But you
no, what? No, I'm not looking at sucking dick. I'm not even thinking about sucking dick while I'm on.
Clearly you was when you asked me that for the first 2 minutes of the goddamn show. But continue, sorry. You did.
Yo, like I said before. Nah, for real. How I felt about Jack Swagger, I felt like he got pushed at very wrong times. You understand? Like, for example, when he got really hot with the whole leading with the We the People gimmick. He got super hot with it, and then nothing with it. You understand? When he won ECW champion, I feel like when he was in ECW, I feel like that was a very good time for him. You know, very gave him the tools, but yeah, ECW wasn't even advertised like that.
Right,
You
just
see?
like main event isn't where I found Byron Saxon at, but that's neither here or there.
What else?
Did they fix it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so on top of that, like I like that moment, or another moment when he beat Rey Mysterio to become world champion. That fell flat. That was during the time when like they felt like John Cena had a main event to every pay-per-view. So I felt that his time in WWE, he was at wrong place at the wrong time.
But is he that charismatic though?
No, and you know why? Because and I always thought the same thing because of the fact that they placed what's his face with him as the manager.
Right.
And I felt like he needs a mouthpiece. He needs a mouthpiece.
Right,
so him being a part of a stable in AEW makes complete sense.
That's why I felt that they fell short with him, because he could have got over with we the people. Everybody was booing him. He was getting good reactions.
He was getting good heat off that.
So what else? And then they had Cesaro. That was perfect blend. Them two could have got tag team gold. That could have got individual success on two different brands. They had it going. They had something. But it was during the time when like Super Cena was dominating, and there was a time that it was transitioning to that PG era where like it was still weird. So that time, and I feel like now him AEW is a very good look for them. You know, you got yourself a taller, that UFC type of feel type of guy in AEW, and I feel like the perfect matchup to clash styles with him versus Luchasaurus.
Is he injured or am I tripping?
He's injured for like I think he's off like 6 weeks to 3 months, some shit. I forgot what.
Shit.
He has a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
Oh.
So someone like Luchasaurus,
Like a football injury.
like him or Luchasaurus is very good, very classic clash of styles, but yet they both know how to go. And somehow I feel like they're gonna complement each other's styles. I may not be too sure. I have probably double checked this. They probably have for it in Lucha Underground. Not too sure about that.
That's fine.
But as for now, to my knowledge, I never seen that. So I'd definitely love to see Luchasaurus versus Jack Hager.
I mean, I guess I understand your point, Sir Wilkins, when you talk about him not being like as charismatic, and I think that he always was gonna need a mouthpiece. Like there's just certain people that, and it's not to attribute to the list that he has, but he has a little one. But other than that, it's just like his presence is really gonna always kind of need like a supporting cast.
The thing about it, he has a ring presence, which is because of his height, his size, and which helps him. But he needs to stop dressing like that. He really needs to stop dressing like my accountant. And
the shirt you wearing right now.
Yeah, like he needs to cut that shit out. That shit is like, you can't be running into the ring in boat shoes, dress pants, and a polo. Like, bro, like cut this shit out. You're not the Mean Street Posse.
Even though that shit was way over.
Yeah,
at the time. But all right, let's move on to guess.
Polo.
That would be dope though if he had like a sponsorship from like Ralph Lauren or something. Anyway, moving right along to guess who's talking shit now. So WWE Universal Champion Seth Rollins appeared at a convention down in Houston, Texas this past weekend along with his girlfriend and the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. And during a panel appearance, Rollins said AEW is the major leagues of pro wrestling. Rollins made the comment when asked about a possible match against Kenny Omega to prove who is the best. And his quote was, when Kenny's done playing in the minor leagues over there, then Rollins said, then he said he can come and work at the absolute top professional wrestling company in the world in front of the most appreciated. Wait, I feel like I'm reading this wrong. I'm so sorry. Most people and make the most money and have the biggest matches, which is with me at WrestleMania. So one person in particular who heard about this little comment that Seffi Rollins over here has said was no other than good old JR, Jim Ross, who on his podcast recently said on Grilling JR with his co-host Conrad Thompson, he said and he admitted that he's pissed off over the comments. And that basically he's like, number one, doesn't do you any favors in our business in general. Any promotion in the total of all of professional wrestling business is bigger than any individual. And he said, now I'm not inferring that Seth thinks he's bigger than the business, but by what he says, sometimes you can make that assessment rightly or wrongly. But it's just not a classy thing to say for an athlete of his designation.
And he also said, how about you get over your wife,
like your shorty, which I mean is a little factual true. But once again, she only got over because Nia Jax punched her in the fucking.
Drinking water lately?
What?
You been drinking water lately?
Who?
Your skin is kind of glowing today.
Oh, but thank you. I try sometimes.
You got some sleep?
No, barely. No, I guess. I don't know.
You drinking some water, right?
Yeah, I drink water at work. You know,
skin a little popping today. Okay,
appreciate that. You know, Black Girl Magic. Excuse me. Excuse me.
So, like I was saying,
you said I had what earlier?
So, when it comes to these comments, Seth versus JR. All right, cool. Let's break this down. Seth talks shit. He sounds fucking corny. The whole internet goes on fire because he said something about prestigious AEW. Now, was it some corny shit that he said? Yes. But, and this needs to stop. Both sides are talking shit to each other.
Yeah, like
no, cause
call a spade a spade.
It's to a point where it's like, oh, anybody from WWE says something, it's a problem. An AEW person says something, oh no, it's cool. It's cool. They can say whatever they want.
Nah.
No, y'all both talking shit. It's okay.
Energy.
It's okay. Seth can say whatever the fuck he wants about AEW. He could be wrong because it's not a minor league, but talk your shit. And then AEW people can talk their shit right back. Yo, A pay-per-view started off with Cody taking a fucking sledgehammer and destroying a chair. Like, it's okay.
Talking about tricks.
It's okay to take shots at each other.
on.
I have no problem with that. But don't get mad when somebody from WWE takes shots. I mean, 90% of people don't like Seth, so that's the biggest problem. And the thing is, I say it constantly on this podcast, when you're doing well, you're not supposed to talk shit to other people. That's what it is. AEW is technically the underdog in the situation, so they can say whatever they want, and the top guy can't say nothing. JR came right back at Seth, said, nah, but you need to relax. Don't be disrespecting me like this. And he had every right to say something back. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I don't understand why the IWC is so angry at Seth for sticking up for his company.
Right,
There's nothing wrong with that. When the legit Monday Night Wars was going on, WWE was talking shit, WCW was talking shit. They were both going back and forth talking shit to each other. There's nothing wrong with this at all, and I'm tired of motherfuckers getting their dicks all fucking, oh my god, this sucks. Why is Seth talking shit about AEW? You shouldn't be talking shit. He's stupid. Shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, shut the fuck up. I work for a company. My company's putting money in my pocket. I'm going to stick up for the company. I could be wrong about things I say about it, but at the same time, I'm sticking up for my company. And if somebody from AEW is like, yo, shut the fuck up, it's fair game. It's fucking fair game. When he talks shit about, when Cody is on a fucking StarCast talking shit about Bailey.
Ain't nobody say
shit. And nobody say anything about Cody.
Ain't nobody say shit. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's more, at the end of the day, it's loyalty. That's just like if one of y'all could be terribly wrong, but I'm going to sit here and always ride for y'all.
But,
like,
and that's what it is.
Like,
y'all made fun of Moxley. The Bucks were making fun of the Shield in the BTE video. Like, and nobody said a thing about it. People just laughed about it.
Ha 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 ha. But then, I mean,
I don't fucking get it. Why is that somebody can't talk shit about another company?
I mean, I think
get off, but on some real shit, get off their dicks. Get off WWE's dick. Everybody can talk shit. Just go back and forth. You think I don't watch AEW? I love AEW Dynamite. I've been loving it. Like it's okay. It's okay to talk shit. Leave Seth alone. Seth is fucking corny. We know this. But there's nothing wrong with him defending who the fuck pays him. And who saved his fucking life, basically.
Oh, shit.
The niggas fucking basically saved their fucking life.
All right, Mr. Black, your thoughts. Actually, questions. I didn't even ask the real question that I wanted to ask. But would you actually like to see Rollins versus Omega, like, ever in life? And what are your thoughts on the comments that were made by both Rollins and by JR, who, by the way, has been really boring on commentary, but once again, that's another topic for a different day.
The whole Rollins comments, this is how I feel about it.
I'm going to just do this for you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'll help you out.
Personally, this is how I feel about the whole Rollins comments, all right? And I've been looking at this analyst for both different ways. Is he ain't the cool kid. Because when Roman said something, it wasn't a problem. Roman's just well-respected. Well, he got the respect. It's just, he's just one of the cool kids who want to be part of the cool table, and it kicked him out because it realized that he's kind of lame. He is one of the greatest, but yet he's just so lame at it. And I just feel like at certain times you just shut up and just be. He's corny, so how he does it is always gonna be corny.
But Reigns said more of a PC comment though.
But you have to understand.
But he's gonna say more of a PC
you have to
comment.
But Reigns was cooler about it.
Exactly, you're 100%. He was just like, "Yo, it is what it is." We're all family. We're all part of the business.
Nah, exactly. I like.
And what happened?
I like what
Cody
said.
Rhodes is more cooler. Cody Rhodes is just more naturally cool.
But he's also in the cool crowd now. AEW's the cool crowd. AEW's the cool kid.
He's a cool kid.
We're changing the world.
And this is what I have to say overall. To say this, just to sew it back up, is just like Seth is kind of like that guy who came from developmental. Before, like from when it was for all the championship wrestling, NXT, he went through the whole set. So to him, people forgot that he was Tyler Black. So people more damn for him as Seth. So I think that he became so far gone from some beginnings that he forgets that just the same people that you wrestled years ago that made you look good in the ring. So a lot of times he's feeling himself. Yeah, he probably make a lot of money. He's recognizable. He was number one, whatever. But at the end of the day, though, it's just like he's losing that respect among his peers.
But he's also doing this shit on purpose.
Right, like
he's low key doing this shit on purpose.
It's an amazing tactical.
But I understand
to get people to talk.
Because every time we post that on the page, people going back and forth.
It's a conversation starter. I think there's nothing wrong with Seth sitting here saying, I am a company man. This is what I think of my company. Take it or leave it. Like, I don't think that it's so much. And it's honestly even more of a reason why, like you said, of him starting in developmental. If you started from the bottom and now you're one of the top guys,
I understand that,
I'm gonna always put my company on the map.
I guess.
Fuck that.
Everybody's so anti-establishment now.
Yes, because it's we're all millennials for the most part.
Him being like the company man, it'll automatically make him heal by default due to what society is going, due to the position how society is. So I guess he's a character. He's playing up to that. Oh, whatever. But if he's not, he's really trying to be a company man. There's other ways to do it.
The thing is, though, it's fun. This is friendly competition. Of course. Okay. Kenny's in another company. Why would I big him up? I'm not doing a typical promo for WWE. I'm talking shit. You in the minor leagues, bro. Come over here. That's a promo being cut. So they're not in the minor league, but you know what? I'm gonna talk my shit. And you know what, JR? Talk your shit right back. Kenny took a shot at him, low key, in a promo. But you know what? People defended it and said, "Oh, he was in character, so it wasn't the real thing."
No, it is the real thing.
So you see what I mean? It's just the fact you're picking sides, and that's what annoyed me about the whole thing. I don't care if people talking shit. Let's get some heat.
Keep talking shit.
I'm in a fantasy league with a bunch of friends. I'm gonna talk shit to my boy because I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna bust your ass tomorrow. Your team sucks." Does it mean that I hate him? This is competition. But you know what? Half the motherfuckers who are in the IWC league never played any type of sport in their life. They know what fucking competition is. They're a bunch of bitches. That's why they're fucking complaining about the shit. And they can't take shit back. And that's what the fucking problem with these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers were quick to complain and bitch and moan. Yes, you love AEW. There's nothing wrong with that. But expect niggas to take shots at the shit. Yeah. Get over yourself.
I mean, and I just always find it, move on. I just find it funny that, I feel like everyone always puts like WWE versus AEW as like a competition kind of thing, like Seth and then Omega and JR, all these people. But they don't even run on the same fucking night. I don't understand how this has anything to do with Seth or anyone on Raw or SmackDown because they run on different nights. And honestly speaking, like it's always just something to talk about. I don't think that it's so far-fetched, like, oh, my God, Kenny, let's headline WrestleMania. The fuck out of here. Like, I want to see that shit at WrestleMania. Like, come back to WrestleMania to New York in about 6 years and show me that shit. Why not? Because that's just something as a wrestling fan you would want to see. Like, everyone has these dream matches. Like, we talked about last week. Like, when people was like, Austin versus Hogan or things like that. Like,
LeBron versus R-Truth.
There you go. There you go. But you just have these visions, and as wrestling fans, some people like it, some people don't. At the end of the day, Seth is going to be a company man. There's nothing wrong with him saying, like, I work for the best company in the world. Because honestly speaking, if I'm writing you 6-figure checks and you not saying some shit like that, then we have a problem. Like, we have an absolute issue.
It's not even that. It's, bro, even Moxley thanked the company. Regardless, even Moxley thanked the company.
And guess what? He out here, thankful enough, his wife is getting Fox checks and all type of opportunities still with the WWE.
Right.
Everybody's getting opportunities. AEW people's getting opportunities. WWE people's getting opportunities.
But it is what it is.
He's a cornball. He's a cornball. At the end of the day, Seth is a cornball.
Listen, Becky love it, so there you go. But speaking about other
chicks like me too, so there we go.
Chicks like you too.
I'm corny. I ain't a cornball. There's a difference.
Cornball and corny.
No,
there's a difference.
What's the difference?
Seth is a cornball.
Okay, I'm asking her what's the difference because I think corny is corny.
No, you see.
Break it down for her.
This is why that you have corny niggas on the right.
I got corny niggas. So all of those that are watching on the live feed and I ever fucked with you or I talk to you, Mr. Black think you a corny nigga.
I said.
By the
You
way.
have some corny. He didn't say all.
Nah.
He didn't say all.
Fuck that.
He didn't
He
say all.
said any nigga I'm talking to, or I have talked to in the past.
Wait.
I did not say
Oh,
Wait, I know.
corny
Wait, I know one.
niggas.
I definitely know one.
Wait, who's
I definitely know one.
Wait,
I know
who's
one for a
one?
fact. We ain't making no saying no names.
Oh,
My
sorry.
bad.
We know
My
too.
bad.
Wait, can you give me a hint?
We know
No,
too.
no.
I mean,
We know
I
too.
definitely know one.
wait, give me a hint though.
No,
know
we're not.
two
We're
for
not doing
sure.
it on the
Let's do it.
podcast.
I don't care.
Because he
No,
might listen.
no.
Oh
I know
well.
there's. Matter of fact, there's like a solid 3. like a
Sounds
solid.
like Ralph Ray trying to be on a roster.
Yeah,
Shout out to my son,
which
Ralph
I
Ray.
don't understand. Like
You got a solid 3.
listen, roster is closed. Like I'm shut down for winter. I promise. I ain't doing nothing. But
So we go to
I
North
wanna know-
Carolina. She goes on a 10-hour date.
Oh,
I wake
God.
up. I
Here
get a
we
note
go.
next to the
At least I didn't leave him hanging. Like
next to the bed.
I left
Hey,
him a note saying, "Hey,
I gotta go.
I left. Here's the key. Text me when you wake up," because I didn't want to wake him
You have to
up.
understand,
That's a real
that's
friend
not
shit.
That's not a cornball nigga right there.
Well, no, because the nigga drove up 2 hours to come kick it with the
Exactly.
kid. Like
He ain't a
I'm not
cornmeal.
mad about
He ain't a
that.
cornmeal. So let me break it down. Corny. Me and my brother's corny, but we embrace the corniness. Like real talk, I say a lot of corniness to females. Like I'll hit up a girl, I'll be like,
What's
"Yo,
your biggest
girl."
line?
Oh man. So let me tell you how I structure it, man. I get the Rihanna gift, right? I put on the crown, and I type in "Good morning, Queen." Oh man. And that embodies black excellence and shows that representative of what the generation is. Y'all are queens, so wear your crown. That's mad corny.
Yo, it's
That's
hilarious.
super corny.
Oh, my.
Okay, then what's a cornball move?
Oh, doing the most. Good morning, Queen. I know you see this, that, and third. Oh my God.
Oh,
such
write in a
flow.
paragraph.
Yeah, facts.
Write in a paragraph in the morning.
That's
that's
corn.
mad cornball.
Cornball.
That's
B.
mad cornball.
I
A
almost
paragraph
said
for
something. I ain't
what?
gonna say
Wait, right.
nothing.
Get to the point.
Get to the if the morning if you go
Some
send
people
them,
like that shit.
no
though.
no a paragraph.
Some people like that
No,
shit.
why
You,
you a
you a
paragraph?
simp.
I don't.
You a simp and a
Yeah.
cornball.
Yeah.
I don't.
Nobody likes that.
Nobody
Send me
likes
a-
that.
Nobody likes it because
Don't
they
send
think
me
you
a
got shot or
4-page
something.
letter.
You don't read it.
Whoa.
You don't read it.
You're not
What?
reading. You're not reading the
You're not
paragraph.
reading it. You'll read like
The first two sentences.
First of all,
Oh.
everybody that knows in school, you learn that you read the first sentence, the middle
And
sentence,
how's
and
that
the
working out
last
for you in your
sentence.
personal life, your relationship?
Oh, it's pretty decent, I would say.
Listen.
Keyword
Hands down.
decent.
Listen.
Keyword decent.
Listen.
Decent. It works in my favor.
Cornballs get no love.
Exactly. Cornballs don't get no love. Cornballs, to me, a cornball is like how that, dang, Seth is a cornball. Like, oh my gosh, last night was the best. Bro, we all know it sucked. You have to say none of that. You just kept it quiet like, yo,
Well, it
I
sucked for
enjoyed
you.
it.
It may
But
not
listen,
suck for somebody else.
No, he tries too hard.
Exactly. He tries
Okay,
too
so
hard.
then say that. Say someone that
Cornballs try too hard.
Okay.
Everybody has a cornball moment,
Exactly.
male and female.
Yeah, everybody.
Exactly.
But when you're consistently trying too hard,
Yes.
you go into the cornball category.
Cornball league.
Yes.
So we should write a list of all
And then
cornballs.
after that, the ultimate one is just like how this one you don't listen, you just hard it. And you swear you're cool. Like you wear like some like oversized Gucci sweater with some like fitted jeans or some.
So
black
Harlem
sneakers.
niggas.
No, I mean to have that.
That's
you're
this
corn-
exactly-
No. This is the next level. Like you doing too much, and you're whacking dressing. You're cornmeal. That's it.
Cornmeal.
I just kiss bitches on the cheek. Makes them feel special about themselves.
I kiss
Wow.
on the
Forehead.
Forehead.
I was like, somebody in this room does forehead.
Nah, I
which I
can't-
think is so annoying.
Now I kiss them on the cheek and then grab them on their waist.
What's like your top line for a female?
It depends on the situation.
I got
Oh,
one.
come on, just give me one.
It depends on the situation. I can't just throw. I gotta. What's going on? You know what I mean? It's,
He was good. He was on cue. He was ready to go. Come
nah,
on.
it depends on the situation. Depends where I'm at. Like I gotta adjust.
Okay, I guess.
It depends. If I'm trying to get nasty with them, let's go straight to the point. The juggalo. I'm like, I ain't in the front door, so you could get it. You silly. No, I'm serious. I know. Feel me?
Wow. All right. And that is
But it does that mean that I'll have sex with you right away? If it happens, it happens. It don't. But it doesn't mean that how that you still can't get it.
I like holding their hands and then kiss the hand.
oh, that's okay.
I kind of like to rub it like this.
Their chubby arms.
Their shoulders. This nigga went in and said chubby arms. God damn.
Sometimes when they're
I
chilling
feel a
though,
little.
like I get behind their neck and rub it for them.
Speaking of necks, Japanese
Pause.
people love chicken turkey.
No,
necks.
I don't know what. No, that was a terrible segue. I was like, next. Oh, like who says that? Anyway, moving right along. New Japan has officially announced they are coming to America. They are starting to establish a U.S. brand branch. And they're starting to look to release it next month. The company's expansion into the states has been. What happened? Okay, actually, go ahead.
This dude, Ralph Reigns, he's funny, son. Dude, Ralph Reigns was just like
looking at the IG comments.
Nigga said niggas writing the books out here. Some dude was like Cornball, you could try hard? ? Everyone's laughing. Only New York. Yes, yes. This is why niggas New York when go out of state. Girls love us because the swag is on.
What was the epiphany you realized this weekend, Sir Wilkins?
No. The dude Ralph Reigns said that you look like sweeter than edible arrangements. Like it's one line.
So Ralph Reigns just called you edible arrangement?
No, he didn't call me that.
No, he said the niggas who do the most.
He said like a line, not me. Jesus.
Oh, this is one of his lines. You looking sweeter than edible arrangement. Ooh, I'm gonna steal that.
Nah, I'm gonna take that one too.
No,
I'm gonna use it tonight. Yeah. Yo, baby.
Yo, y'all terrible.
I mean,
Nah,
you can't use all of them.
No, you can't. You gotta keep them in rotation. You gotta, depending on who it is.
Facts.
Yeah,
but
I
you
know.
gotta switch it up every once in a while, dogs. You gotta put like the new arsenal. I feel like every couple of months you gotta
like a new season.
Yes, you gotta restart your gifts. And get a new set of them.
Research gifts. What was the epiphany you saw from this weekend in us and being in Charlotte? Your brother actually would. Your brother would die.
Oh, white chicks love black guys down there.
That's not exciting for me.
It's pretty good though. Like it's legit.
It's a legit.
It's legit. If you're in the wrestling business, your shorty's gonna love you.
Literally, like, we can count on, like, both hands. Like, every black dude that was on the card low-key had a white chick.
It's pretty awesome. I'm all for it. I'm all for interracial loving.
I'm cool with that. Not on my watch. What about the black girls out there?
Because there's none.
They're actually, I didn't really, like, besides Savannah and, like, everyone else I saw, like, black as a girl.
It's from up north.
It's from up here. Like, they're not from Charlotte.
But anyways, New Japan.
But anyway, New Japan is
me, dogs.
hard pass. New Japan coming to the States, I think is really interesting. Question to the table is, what would you like to see from New Japan? Because, last week we reported, them talking about they bought the company, and they're starting like a women's division, which I think is exciting. What are your thoughts on New Japan? And also too, like, I feel like we don't really get a chance to talk about any other promotions besides like AEW and WWE sometimes. So, what are your also thoughts on some new, not new, but some other promotions that are kind of going up? Like MLW has their first pay-per-view coming up next weekend. You got fucking NWA's fucking killing it on YouTube. If you have not already seen Power for NWA on their YouTube channel, it is by far, they're bringing back studio audience wrestling.
Yeah, peep though, yeah.
And it's like, I think it's one of the most phenomenal. I fucking found Sammy Sandow, and I was excited. I marked out. I was like, oh my god,
yeah, he's on there.
He's on there. James Storm, Eli Drake, Eddie Kingston, and Homicide. It's like random, but I love it. It's so good. And they record out in Atlanta, Georgia. So shout out to anyone in the Atlanta area that's gone. And they're doing their first They're doing a pay-per-view in December in Atlanta.
What's it called?
I forgot what they're calling it though. But yeah, you have NWA. Once again, ROH. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with lives. But yeah, what do you expect to see from New Japan in the States?
This is super dope, and it also goes hand in hand, kind of what we talked about last week when WWE was trying to buy a Japanese promotion out there and trying to expand, because New Japan's coming to America. They're trying to do the same exact thing, and they're gonna block WWE from becoming bigger in their home country. And I love this. This is so awesome. It's new opportunities for people, new options for people in the States, because New Japan has been keeping us mad low key because nobody knew about it.
It's been on a hush. Yeah,
until they had their press conference. There was no rumors really.
Nah, I definitely heard about it, and I feel like, I heard about it back when they started doing like the G1 here and different shows that they started to do in the States within the last year and a half, I heard rumbles of them kind of really finding a base in the States and working out of.
What I was hearing was that they were doing more. They were going to do more shows in America. That was the thing, but it wasn't like you probably heard it differently, but it wasn't something established. Like they're going to have their own like American brand. And what I'm seeing right now, as you can see by all the shows that they've been putting up in America, like they've been in Boston, they've been in Texas, they've been in Cali. This is showing that
the waters.
They're testing the waters out, and this is really awesome because it expands wrestling in America even more. Now, because if you think about it, you have MLW, you have ROH, you have NWA, you have AEW, you have WWE, but a lot of people real dream is to be in New Japan Pro Wrestling. As Cam Carter said to you on the other night when we saw him, a lot of people don't want to do any of those things I've mentioned, any of those companies I've mentioned. They want to do New Japan Pro Wrestling because Japanese wrestling in general is considered so pure and so authentic and so not like entertainment. It's considered wrestling. Mm-hmm. So this is this is awesome for them, and I'm enjoying wrestling in general. MLW is doing their thing.
Yeah, I
NWA
love MLW. They're doing Mance Warner versus Jimmy Havoc, a stairway to hell.
Sucky job. Does your mother hate you? Do you have a very small penis? Does life just plain old suck for you? But do you like wrestling? Do you enjoy podcasts? Well, download the Jobber-Tears podcast, the greatest podcast for professional wrestling on the planet. Hosted by Janelle from HR, Sir Wilkins, Mr. Black, and your favorite weird guy, Leo. The greatest wrestling podcast on the earth is called the Jobber-Tears podcast. It might make your life a whole lot better.
Stairway to Hell ladder match. It's beyond me. You got LA Park versus Jacob Fatu for the MLW Heavyweight Champion. You have Tom Lawler versus I forgot his name, Thatcher, who's also has some like MMA like background stuff. Like their pay-per-view next weekend, like definitely gonna order it the Sunday, so might have a little Sunday night thing at the house, but because it's Saturday, but Saturday I'm going out, so I can't order it Saturday. But MLW is really for me. It's like I may, you never know. Somebody else asked me that the other day, and I was like, maybe. But
I may pull up.
Wow, only if I could, you'll come.
But this is really dope. But it also shows how like saturated the business is. And the reason why I bring that up is because it's like there's so much going on within the business, and it's like everything's on demand for the most part. Like for instance, AEW's ratings are going down. They this past week they're under 1 million. But does that mean they're unsuccessful?
No.
NXT's the same way. Does it mean they're unsuccessful? No. It just shows that people's like, I catch this later.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because AEW, I mean, luckily AEW, they have the replay.
It didn't replay last night.
And then, oh, really?
It replayed until 1 a.m.
Oh.
Because I got home late, and I was like, yo, I'm going to catch the replay at 10.
Okay. I didn't get home till like 11:30.
And whatever time I got home, I turned it on. It was, they had, what's that movie with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell?
Oh, I know what you're talking about when he was in jail.
It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I love Kevin, but that shit was bad.
I can enjoy it. Mr. Black, what are your thoughts
Go
on
hard.
Thank you. What were your thoughts on New Japan finally finding establishing a U.S. branch?
Not really much to say. I'm excited for them. It just gives you another variety on wrestling, you know? Now, might be a jam-packed weekend when, like, I go to New Japan show, probably catch an MLB show. MLW, many different forms of wrestling. So it's just like, it's good. You understand? We live in a bubble. Everybody has their own bubbles, and a lot of times
within the bubble.
So within their bubble, they have another bubble within the world. So it gives everybody an opportunity just to spread out their love for wrestling. And it gives someone something to do. It gives many people opportunity who never went to the U.S., now they could come in the U.S., and maybe might be on some like, this person not so good in Japan, but he's great in the U.S. soil. So that gives them a sense of like, dang, We can set something over here with these guys over here, these guys over here. It'll be cool. Now they actually create within a war within them, like New Japan USA, New Japan thing. So it won't be New Japan versus Ring Honor. They already have their own within division within the company. Everything stays within the company, and everyone eats.
Damn, Ring of Honor.
Sinclair Broadcasting, just sell it. Just give it to somebody that's gonna use it well. Like at this point, it's so annoying. Let's move right along real quick. Is anyone buying WWE 2K20? Because apparently,
absolutely,
it came out 2 days ago on Tuesday.
Oh.
And there's been some glitches. There's been some bugs. So just real quick, and those that are watching on live feed, is anyone buying or has bought 2K20? I mean, the only thing I'm really excited about, and I'm not even a video game person, I don't play that shit, is the fact that they have China on as a character for 2K20. I think that
and she probably looks horrible.
No, she doesn't look that bad. My friend sent me a picture of it. She doesn't look that bad.
Well, this game sucks. It's a really bad game. The original developer, which was Ukes, left. It's no longer under THQ. That's been gone for a while, obviously. And it's just
you liked it a lot.
It's a bad game.
It sucks. Like, well, you have to understand, we live in an era where like how that niggas still gonna buy regardless.
Yes.
Like idiots.
Pre-sale.
This, that, their pre-sale, this, that, that. Even the pre-sale had a problem, like people not getting autographed copies of the Edge card.
I remember Edge speaking about that the other day.
But go ahead.
But it's basically like this is where the direction of the whole gaming company is going. A yearly thing. People still gonna buy, remove features, coming back years later. It's like it's a brand new feature. No, it's not. It's been now and it's been within this game forever. Now a lot of companies have a stranglehold within their respective brands, such as EA got a stranglehold on the NFL exclusive deal. This is why no other football games came out. And wrestling, 2K got a stranglehold on the WWE. You understand? And also on the NBA. So when there's no real competition, you're not going to make a very competitive game. Because if you, before 2K took over, each game, each and every year, if you played Shut Your Mouth, From Here Comes the Pain, it was two different feels and two different experiences. Okay. So now, even if you go back in a GameCube era, PlayStation 2 era, each individual console, each individual console had their own different wrestling games that gave you each different experience. Such as they reckon 1 and 2, you can play Here Comes the Pain and Just Bring It, two different feels. So I just feel like I reach a point, I'm no longer buying none in 2Ks. I boycotted the last 3 years because I feel like we are getting very lazy, just how every other media is. We just depending on these customers can be dumb enough to buy it to realize that we got to change this.
Okay. Well, the biggest thing is that there's it not being a good game, and you're like, yo, this game is not that good. There's being an unplayable game, which is what the game is. Okay. And which is the biggest problem, where there's so much glitches. It's to a point that PlayStation was giving people refunds.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
And that's when you know the game is really, really bad.
Damn.
What I read was that the WWE had a set date, and they're like, the game has to come out during this time. They had a phenomenal promotion.
Yeah,
they ran such great promos, great. The ads were phenomenal, and that was dope. And it was like, yo, you got to bring this game out. The company, I forget who's running which is the developer of it, but they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Because Ukes was the guys who was taking care of it. There's one thing where you can say the game is bad. I can say that. But this game is unplayable. It's a horrible game, and the graphics look really horrible.
It looks real grainy, and I don't even play games.
Like I don't like The Rock looks like it's horrible, but we can move on past
It'll be what it is. But those that have purchased 2K20, you can put in the comments below and your thoughts on how the game has been treating you. Last but not least, before we do move on, we have an injury report to announce. Xavier Woods suffered an Achilles injury this past Sunday at WWE Live event in Sydney, Australia. He suffered an actual tear, and the injury is said to look pretty bad. So Woods, I think, tweeted and posted on Instagram that he's going to keep fans updated and plans to play plenty of video games, attend conventions while he's out. So with him saying that kind of means that he's going to be out for a while. Basically, there's no word yet on the timetable for Woods' return to the ring, but usually it takes a very long time for an Achilles tear to recover after surgery. There's somewhere anywhere a typical recovery time could be up to 6 months. And if right now my fingers were corrected, if we have November, December, January, February, March, April is around Mania time, and that is probably the earliest he would come back if, once again, they're reporting that he's going to be out maybe 6 months, appearing to the usual recovery time. So my question to you guys is not about Xavier Woods, actually. My question to you guys is actually about Big E. So as everyone know, New Day has been around for years and years and years. Kofi Kingston coming off of him being WWE champion, #MyChampionsBlack. And him getting that kind of singles push, and then once again, Woods and Big E with the tag team titles. They did win them again, and then they lost them. So my question to you guys real quick is with Xavier Woods possibly being out for maybe at least 6 months, is this the time to give Big E a singles push? It's something that on the internet, Booker T just talked about it on his podcast, about how he used to always talk about Big E saying, like, your moment's gonna come, like, be patient, like, you have something, hold on to that. Like in his beginning years of WWE, he spoke about that on his podcast recently. So my question to you gentlemen, is this the time for Big E to be pushed as a singles with Xavier Woods being out?
This would be the best thing for him, because honestly speaking, what are you gonna do with them? They could go become a tag team and do a tag team stuff, but it's going to be stale.
Nah, it's not going to work.
New Day is all three of them.
Yep.
And you can have them break up and come back together later.
Yeah, I agree. They make, like I always said, they make more money together. And, once again, with Woods out, but he's, still doing his thing up, down, doing promotions and things like that.
Woods is fine. Woods is fine. The conversation is about Big E.
But the conversation is about Big E.
And Big E needs a singles push, and that would be best.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Mr. Black, real quick?
At this point, they ought to just trade one of them. They could still keep the New Day, and do a little shout-out. Shout out to my homie over there, this, that, the Life Feed Stop. Shout out to my homie right there, this, that, the third. Little Kevin Nash DX salute to each other, you feel me?
Okay.
That'll be very nice, but at this point, man, you just leave it alone.
I need you to talk to the goddamn mic.
You just leave it alone and let niggas just go their separate ways for a little bit.
Nah, they never gonna. I mean, Kofi still was able to do his singles thing and still be a part of New Day.
Not a real separate way, like,
No, I mean, just like kind of how what Kofi did. I mean, I honestly think, me personally, I think it's the best. I don't wish, and no one wishes injury upon anybody at any time. But if we were going to capitalize on Big E getting a push or having his time to shine, this would be the time. This is it. And if you do not, WWE, listen, if you do not capitalize on what could be, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on a lot. So, once again, I hope Xavier Woods, I hope the injury doesn't keep him out for long, with WrestleMania kind of in the Raptors, because once we Survivor Series goes, which is in another month, then we're heading straight to Houston for Royal Rumble, and then we're going fast paced to Tampa, Florida, for WrestleMania 36. So hopefully, Big E, this could be your time. But all right, real quick, we're going to move on to our next segment, which is Ready or Not, where we discuss a wrestling topic of the week. And my question to the table is Tessa Blanchard ready to move forward from Impact? So Blanchard is without a doubt one of the most gifted wrestlers on their roster. She just battled in the X Division title match at Bound for Glory.
I didn't see it, was it good?
I didn't see it yet. I'm going to order it because we were in Charlotte, so I didn't get to watch it.
Order it after?
No, I don't know. But I don't mind paying whatever, $30 for it. I don't, money is, I don't want to say money's not an issue, but like when it comes to wrestling, listen, if I can pay for WrestleManias, I can pay a little $34.99 for some Impact. Like, it's not even that serious. But once again, Tessa being one of the biggest stars on Impact, and, with her contract actually up, her departure will have a huge impact not only on the women's division but the promotion in general, if this is true. So, what do you guys think? Is it ready for her to go and spread her wings somewhere else, or should she stay right where she is with Impact?
I'm up in there in this one.
Really? I thought you would have said good old Impact.
Because Impact could be a good move. It's beneficial either way. You understand? Or she could say, either way is beneficial. She could go to the E.
But is it beneficial? Because remember, she came for the E. To be honest, I don't think that's on the table. I would be surprised if that was on the table. But I don't think that's on the table. So she, departed from WWE and NXT. And then she, went to Impact. And then, her dad, good old Tully, is with AEW, managing Shawn Spears. But I think she should stay in Impact, honestly speaking.
Yeah, because it's beneficial to stay in Impact for just to raise the temperature over there. Probably take a few months off to herself and get her mind right. Do like guest appearances here and there at different places, test the waters, and that's it. Mm-hmm. 'Cause at this point, Impact is home, and I think that her just really established that it can be good and bad. She can stay in Impact, but then it might be on some abyss where like she stays too long, and after that she gets to WWE in another way.
Nah, I think she should give Impact at least another year and a half.
Yeah, I agree. 2 years.
Solid. Yeah, if you could do a 2-year contract, I think it'll be worth it for Impact. Impact still allows you to do indie shows and do what you want to do.
First, like be free for a little bit, use that vacation and come back when you're ready.
All right, Sir Wilkins, do you think Tessa should stay or should she go?
Tessa should go.
Why?
It depends what she's looking to do. So, one of my biggest downs with the AEW is the women's division.
Sucks.
It's they made it seem like they're about to like change the game. They're about to like really introduce women into the shit. Like they're gonna do a bunch of shit different. They really haven't really established their women's division at all.
There was a whole bunch of fluff.
And I think Tessa would be their superstar there. Because honestly speaking, she's the big fish in a small pond in Impact. I've always said it. I believe Tessa is either not the best woman in the world or in the top 3 best women wrestlers in the world, in my opinion. And I think she would have a better impact if she goes to AEW. She's not going to WWE.
No.
Her dad's already there at AEW. Mm-hmm. And I just see that like she dominating that division and bringing that division to another level because she's already done her job with Impact when it comes to that. And it's kind of like, that ball player that's on a team that has taken it so far. There's nowhere else that they can go with this team, and it's time to sign somewhere else. Yeah. That's who Tessa is. Where she's playing for.
She's Kemba.
Yeah, she's playing for this.
I'm still mad Kemba inside of the next
sub 500 team. They make the playoffs here and there. They do their thing, but that's all they can really do. First round, maybe second round. Yeah. Now it's time to really take shit to the next level and get paid for it.
But is AEW the next level?
Yes, it is. As much as some people don't want to admit it, it is the next level. It is the next level because it's on a primetime slot. It's on a huge network. They pay extremely well.
But is she gonna have any real competition there? That's my only concern.
And I understand what you're saying on that one. Where it's like, is she gonna have real competition? They're gonna have to make real competition now. They're gonna have to make matches to excel her brand because they don't want to hear that negative info about them. Because you know what? If they start hearing that Tessa's angry because she's the top woman and one of the top women in the world. Oh, Tessa's angry? That starts rumbling around on the internet. People are going to say something like, I thought you were different from WWE. I thought your stars are happy here.
True. But once again, it's not, some things some things are not for everybody.
Some things are not for everybody.
And that was, I'm a person where I feel like, and that's my issue with Ring of Honor and what they've done with Marty, is when you have a A+ player, you have the person that stuck with the company through the bottom and to the top. You have a responsibility to make them the face of your company. And I feel like Tessa, it goes both ways. It's a twofold thing, because with Tessa, she's actually, made history with Impact. She's done some amazing things the last year alone, inside of Impact, outside on the indie scenes. Like, she's done some shit. And my biggest, like I just said, my biggest fear is if she did end up signing with AEW, the competition level. I mean, not to say I wouldn't, honestly, you can put her versus Kong and sign me up all the way up. But
true.
After that, it's like, you throw probably Britt Baker, sure, why not? You throw, what we gonna throw Brandy in? You know what I mean? It just becomes, like, okay, what are we doing? And I don't know, since the, hopefully the top of the year with her injuries, but AEW's women's division just rubbed me the complete wrong way from that Battle Royal shit from All Out. Like, it was the clusterfuck of a clusterfuck. Like, I've never experienced a Battle Royal the way that I watched that. And, so some people love it, some people hate it. It is what it is. But I can only speak for me. And it just was not what I anticipated or expected. But once again, I think with time and I think with patience and I think, with, them going to Full Gear and then, them taking off the winner and then coming back at the top of the year, it'll give them time to kind of just look at, the last 6 months and what they've done wrong, what they've done right. But just me personally, I kind of wish Tessa stays with Impact at least for another year and a half, at least. But all right, let's move on to our recap of this week. We'll start off with SmackDown. Last Friday night.
Trash.
SmackDown.
Trash.
I'm actually glad Nikki Cross won, though. I don't care what anyone says.
Pasito.
It's basura.
Basura. Whatever the fuck it is. It was trash.
Relax. It's basura.
Shorty G.
Shorty G. Yo, that is a t-shirt. That is branding. Because at first, last week, we spoke about it. We was like, nah, that shit is whack. Like, why would you call him Shorty Gable? Like, that shit is whack. But then when he did the promo that Friday, and he was like, Shorty Gable? Nah, let's shorten that. Shorty G. I was like, oh, shit.
I ain't got front.
Chatty baby out here giving nicknames.
It's a swag.
It's a swag.
And
I'm here for it.
And the fact that he's swagging it now, Simon Miller from World Culture, he said that, I can't imagine people saying that. And champion Shorty G. Now I was looking like,
Nah, you can.
Swaggy. Like,
first of all, Kenny G can walk around playing the fucking saxophone and all type of shit with just one name and a letter.
Shorty G wants it.
Shorty G can happen.
Shorty G.
I'm telling you, it is I don't know who on the marketing team just thought
because
I don't know,
the other one sounded stupid. Shorty Gable.
I don't know who at creative at the table that week was like, all right, let's talk about this. How are we shorten
Shorty
this?
G definitely grew on me.
Yeah, no, that I'm telling you, it is by far it's marketable, and I'm all about things that are marketable. Like I said, I'm glad Nikki Cross won. Mm-hmm. Where she now has a title shot, and it made sense because I was sitting here like, all right, Sasha's heel, Bailey's heel. Who's going to face her? Shirley ain't Sasha yet, so they need a good baby face. And Nikki Cross has been over with the fans, especially tagging with Alexa Bliss. So I think it's a great opportunity. I just hope we don't write where Alexa Bliss screws Nikki Cross, please, because I would mark out if Nikki Cross became WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. Like, I think that'd be dope. What else happened? Well, you thought it was Basuda, so I guess that's something else. What else?
We talk about Raw.
Yeah, no, we could go right on the Raw, but I didn't even watch SmackDown.
Drunk ass Ric Flair.
Yo, I still to this day, next time I meet Ric Flair, I just want to be like, look, Rick, I know your body may not be able to handle this, but I just want to go shot for shot with you, like for real, like just
and
one
then
time.
Dies?
Then one time for the good time.
No,
he not. Now you ODing. Like I probably die before him. Like I probably pass out because he probably take more shots than me. But let's talk about Raw real quick. What were your thoughts? I'm already over this whole Bobby Lashley and fucking Lana shit. That shit is trash.
I felt that mark my words, I'm saying here, Paul Heyman is definitely mixing it up to see who could become the Raw 7 or the Raw 6. Whatever he's going to do this. Because I definitely see a lot of shades of what he did during the SmackDown era. such as he put my son the White Ranger versus Seth Rollins.
Oh, the new kid, like
Yeah,
Humberto.
And guess what? And like
That was a great
and
match.
That
It was a
good
great match.
It,
That
like,
was a really, really
and
good
usher
match.
in right now. Them doing that is
His
ushered
dimples
in.
are cute though.
I don't know about that, but
I'm
it
just
ushered
telling
in
you.
a whole new era of what to experience from Raw.
It reminded, honestly, that whole like match. It reminded me the Cena versus Angle on SmackDown.
Right. Definitely gave me shades of that.
Where Cena was like ruthless aggression, blah
Right.
blah blah, and then because I was like, "Who's this young cutie like with the dimples talking about?" Well, at
very
least I'm
good.
not Seth Rollins. I was like, "Damn,
Yo, it was very
man
solid.
went
It
in.
was good. Even my son Sin Cara getting some burn is really good. The Street Profits picking up the W.
let's talk about the Street
But let me finish.
Profits."
Let me finish. The fact that how that they ended Raw on
Correct.
top, winning.
Say it for those
And-
louder in the back.
And the fact that I was talking to shout out to Patricia from Those Wrestling Girls. She was just like, "Oh, I hated it. There was women on there." And then I had to really sit back and think about it this way. Yo, what more do you want? Women dominated for the last 2 weeks. Becky Lynch got a prime spot with The Rock. And guess what? Tag team match headline Raw.
But you talk about girls who have a podcast called
No,
Those
Those
Girls
Wrestling
Wrestling
Girls.
I
Wrestling
understand
Girls.
that, but I also see it as more
She's
bigger.
biased, B.
Yeah, super biased. And after I'm looking like, okay, but
Oh, you was talking to Patricia?
like I said before, like I kind of see it this way. When they go to Saudi Arabia, you think that they're not gonna have an all-women show for Raw and SmackDown? Yes.
No, actually, with Saudi Arabia, we're gonna give our predictions for Crown Jewel. With Saudi Arabia being the Thursday, they are literally flying back to
Okay.
Buffalo. I think it's either Buffalo or Albany. They're coming to New York for SmackDown Live. Like, so they are
Okay,
coming
okay.
back.
I mean, overall, I just feel like
And
with
that
the whole
jet lag, I
just
don't wish
like-
on anybody.
I just feel like it was very good because something had to get sacrificed, and
It
even
just
though-
has to make
right, it
sense.
has
It's
to make
not even
sense.
about
That's right. It
like
has to make sense.
you know. There's been Raws where it was about 4 women's matches.
Exactly. I
Like
didn't
so,
complain.
like at the end of the day, it
So
just
we're not gonna
has
talk about
to make sense.
Rusev beating up Bobby Lashley in
Yo,
the restaurant.
fire.
Oh my god,
That shit was fire,
Fire.
son.
My son was eating. He called him slipping, baby. Call him
You
slipping.
didn't catch him
Niggas out here,
slipping?
you know, he took his wife out to that nice restaurant.
Right.
You know, I always wanted to come to this restaurant, but you never brought me.
And then
this
he
was my
goes, then he
dream.
says, "I know exactly where they are." I was like, "Oh
course you
my
do.
god!"
And then he did.
stop.
But the thing is that was what we want. Y'all keep complaining
No, I
about
don't want
people keep complaining
I
about the
don't.
same thing. Oh man, they do the same corny thing. Now he's at a restaurant beating his ass in a restaurant.
Oh, that's
Then the
corny.
police had to come out.
According to WWE.com, Rusev was arrested.
Yeah. Okay, keep that kayfabe alive.
All right, I mean, I'm all about kayfabe alive, but it's just like this.
And guess what? It's a better story told. Like he don't look like a sucker.
Exactly.
Well, no, yeah, Rusev out here
balls
looks
on
wild pussy. I would be upset. Like I'd be like,
Yo.
all right,
Came
y'all.
outside. He put the beats on my man Bobby Lashley. The straight beats in the suit. Bobby Lashley, this oversized blazer, can't get shit tapered the right way. Look like he's from a 1990s six movie.
because that's what the fuck he got in his
Drug dealer
closet.
outfit.
The fuck?
They got here look at a nigga from the Boomerang, like a broad nigga from Boomerang.
Oh, I really like
Nigga,
that
change
movie.
your outfit, B.
Yeah, I wonder if you watch Boomerang.
But overall, Raw told a very good story. Everybody got shining.
Everybody eat, B.
But
Everybody eat,
the
B.
highlight was we want smoke. I was so excited for them. First of all, I was excited they got drafted to Raw. Like I was just like, oh, we're really doing this. Okay,
What's
cool.
better though?
And then who said what?
The one with the mustache, the porn stash is better.
You said the one with the mustache?
Yeah.
Who's that?
The Street Profits.
You talking about Montez Ford?
Montez Ford is.
Oh, the one that's the more like character
yeah.
out of the two.
Other guy's cool though, but he's like he gives us like what every tall black guy is.
No.
Have few funny lines, but not as confident.
No, he's super don't do that to him. But
He's
anyway,
swagging, dripping like
the
Monte.
street, but that's because he's just more loud and obnoxious. That's all that it is. It's not that
Now they bounce off each other really well.
They have a good balance.
They both can't be. They both can't be.
they
loud.
both can't be loud because then that'd be real stereotypical.
I don't know. I think the tall one is just like he's a little.
And he's
more
really
ring
good
work.
in the ring, actually, for
He
his
needs
size.
A little bit more.
They're both really good together, and
They good, but I just feel like the tall one just needs a little bit more work.
You just want some more obnoxious shit, and you're not gonna get it from him.
No. I just feel like how that you could tell that how that he's good. He's gonna be good, but give him a little bit more years because he don't look as believable as Monte Ford.
Well, that's because I just feel like if you're looking for like who's the corny one out of the bunch,
No, I'm not. No,
definitely.
I'm not talking about the corny one. I'm talking about how that realistic in the ring.
Nah, they're both good. They're both good.
What I need you to do is rewatch that ladder match from NXT Takeover when they did it in Connecticut and they won the titles. I need you to watch that again.
In the ring. I'm not saying that. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
You just think he should be better. That's your opinion on that one.
No, I'm not saying he's bad at all.
No, I get that.
I'm taking nothing with his skills level and this, that, third. Like, there's sometimes look like, okay, he's a little bit more believable. Overall, he's still good. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you just want him to sell a little more. That's all you have to say. You got to work on what to say, not how to say it. So you just want him to sell moves a little differently.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fair. But regardless of the fact, Street Profits main evented Raw. They won with the help of Kevin Owens, which is fine. But what I love about it is that if you watch on the YouTube, and this is what I think WWE is really utilizing social media on their YouTube page. It was like the post Raw, and they had I forgot the girl name, but they had the girl interview Street Profits. But no, they had the girl interview Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens kind of gave them that rub at the end. Like I thought it was great. He was just like, these guys are up and coming. It's not about me. I didn't main event Raw. They did, and then they came in and said a few words. So I can appreciate Kevin Owens finding that position to kind of give those guys that kind of rub, and probably seeing them from the Performance Center coming up through NXT and things like that. So I'm really excited about the future of Street Profits. Like. This is exciting.
Yo, Heyman likes him. But can we talk about NXT though?
Hold on.
Yes.
I'm gonna say
I
this.
don't watch it yet, so I don't really want to
this might be a little bit over the top. But Kevin Owens gonna be the same position as John Cena. Mark my words.
The same as Roman. They all gonna be in that level of putting over talent.
As super over like John Cena because mark my words.
Okay.
Mark my words. I don't know when, but he's gonna be like on some. He's gonna be selling a lot of merch like John Cena level. He's an
ECW guy though. If you look at him, he's a Paul Heyman look guy.
Yeah, he does. He fits the mold.
But he's always been a Paul Heyman guy.
I just feel like, a little bit more good storyline gonna put him in. I'm not worried about him and his ability. Put him in great positions, and he can sell that much merch because he fits that.
It's so okay.
He fits this generation wrestling fan.
Yeah, because he looks like him. But we moving on to NXT because NXT was fire.
I really don't want to talk about it.
We're talking about this shit.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
We are talking about this shit.
Following the Jobber Tears podcast episode, I will be watching NXT.
So
this week,
let's fucking talk. First, talk about the women's division. They put on some fire matches.
They've been putting on fire matches. The first 3 weeks of NXT USA has been fire.
So you need to relax.
Just saying.
So you need to relax because we're talking about this particular episode, right? Yeah. So, okay, right? Are we talking about last week or the week before? The week before that? No, we're talking about this particular episode.
Consistency is key.
Excuse me. I'm speaking.
Is key.
I'm speaking
Just
because
saying.
you didn't watch it. So I'm gonna tell you what happened.
I don't tell me what happened.
Because
I read it. I just haven't seen it.
So first of all, best match of the night, I'm going to keep it a whole buck with you, was Breezango and Scott. Isaiah Scott with Breezango versus the Forgotten Sons. First of all, I fucking love the Forgotten Sons. I love their look. I love their whole demeanor, everything that they're going for. I fucking love that Sons of Anarchy shit.
Yes.
I fucking love it. Now, did you see it? Did you remember that spot that Scott did off a nigga's chest? Son, there's a spot, I can't fully explain it, where one of the Forgotten Sons was leaning on the outside of the ring with his chest up. Scott jumps off dude's chest and then hits somebody else off the apron.
Dope.
That shit was the best move I've seen in so long. It might have been done. If all you marks who listen to the podcast, if you can tell me it's been done already, fine. Send me a clip. I fucking love you guys. Prove me wrong. But I've never seen something like that. That spot was amazing. What they're doing with Scott on the low key is absolutely beautiful.
Building him up slowly but surely.
Now, Ripley, I've been fucking with Ripley.
She's nice.
I've been fucking with Ripley.
Nice.
And then she made Belair look even better. Belair stepped up a game because of Ripley.
Sure did.
Now,
even though I didn't watch it, I know she did.
That tag team match, I was a little confused. Because I thought NXT was going to have their own women's tag team match.
No, and
I'm
glad they don't. They're doing it the right way.
So then when then I was like, oh, this is what they're, because I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. But then I was like, oh, the Boudica chicks.
Kabuki warriors. You said Boudica.
Budokai.
No, it's Kabuki. Everyone
It's
say
Kabuki.
Kabuki.
It's Kabuki. So it's the Kabuki warriors come on the
Imagine saying to someone's face talking too much. Kabuki.
That's actually mad funny.
and
And I don't know if it's like low key ignorant, but I find it funny.
It comes on the screen and then they start talking shit to them. I was like, yo, this is great. This is great. This is really well done. I truly enjoyed it because I watched it this morning.
It was good.
I'm gonna watch it.
I found it somewhere online. I watched it this morning.
No, it's on. No, they put it on the WWE Network. They just.
Yeah, they put it mad late on
It's
WWE.
just mad late, like after 12 or something. It's ridiculous.
No, it's at 10 o'clock like on today.
This morning.
No, 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, for real?
They drop it.
Good. So I can watch when I get home.
Yeah, you can drop it when you get home, but they drop it. So
I
I had to find it like
was
online
upset.
to watch the whole thing.
But overall,
And I didn't want to watch clips because I didn't want to ruin the
It
whole
was not. It was
experience.
really
But
really good.
Low-key, they've been good. Like, it's
But
just,
it's the thing is,
it's getting overshadowed by everybody getting, hyping up the shiny toy in the room.
no,
That's all that
they
it is.
perfect their formula.
yes, and the thing is, the way they're balancing out new talent, because they'll throw new talent in there as like jobbers, but it's like legit. It's not like
It's like a jobber. It's like a
it's just somebody he's gonna lose,
yeah.
but he's gonna put up a fight. It isn't like, oh, I'm gonna give him 4 power bombs and I'm getting rid of
The
him.
next formula that they had for metal.
Jack
and,
Gallagher was on NXT.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Like
shit.
overall, it's the same formula. They are taking the formula from, the formula from metal, the formula from Sunday Night Heat, put it together, and that's what you get.
Exactly. But I forgot to mention, Strong, I can't pronounce his name, Javaka, whatever, and Lee, that big boy match.
It was good.
That big boy match, and the
was
thing,
good.
what made it,
Wrestling
so this is what made it really good. Before I get off of this, was the fact that Strong maneuvered with some 300-pound motherfuckers in the ring. I love when it's like it doesn't look weird. You know what I mean? And it doesn't look, because Strong is not like a Rey Mysterio type of guy.
No.
So he
At all.
maneuvered where it was like you understand the size difference, and you told the proper story between the three, and it was well done. But we gotta talk about Finn Balor and that kick, my niggas.
Oh yeah, that
Woo! That kick. So I ain't see it coming. Even though Amanda ruined it for me, low key.
Yo, so we got a little group chat, and that's why I had to calmly tell everyone: listen, if you gonna put some shit, you gotta put spoiler.
No,
before you put the shit up.
No, she didn't ruin it for me. It was Tatiana, because I was texting Tatiana last night about some other stuff, and then she was like, Finn turns heel? And I was like, what? So instantly I like hashtag Finn Balor. And I pulled up the clip. Somebody posted it.
All right, let's see the clip.
And
I can talk about it.
The thing, what made it crazy, he was standing in front of the guy with his back turned and still kicked him. And it was so quick. So the person he kicked, if you didn't see, was Johnny Gargano.
Good for him.
And the way he kicked him, I was like, yo.
Same energy.
It's on
Good for him.
the Jabba Tears podcast
Oh,
page.
great. Everyone that is watching, you can view it on Jabba Tears podcast.
Instagram page. So it's on there.
Instagram page.
But that kick was so dope. Like, wow. And then...
All right. Let's see it. Oh, Finn's out.
And then he had that Prince
Gargano
Devin type of feel.
Gargano and Ciampa's like, all right, we on your side, bro. We got you, bro.
So, as these guys watch it,
I'm going to give you guys play-by-play. Oh! Yo, that kick. Oh, that came out of nowhere. So is Finn Balor the newest member of Undisputed Era? Dun, dun, dun. Yo, I got to watch this shit again. So he calmly looks at Ciampa. He calmly looks at Gargano. Everyone's excited there. The fans are yelling. Finn takes about 2 steps in front of all these other niggas and takes off his Ciampa, but bam! He kicked him and took off. First of all, Finn Balor, you are a classy person. You not only was in the motion of taking off your jacket, but you kicked him too. Like, bam.
Nah, it was super well
classy.
done. And I think
I love it.
that's
But is Finn Balor the new member of Undisputed Era?
No.
Why?
He's not going to join Undisputed Era. I think it was more.
Why not?
It's more about him and Johnny. It's about him and Johnny because Johnny says this is NXT is Johnny Gargano.
This is mine. And Finn is like, no, this is mine.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they're going off of.
Dun,
but
dun, dun.
that shit was fire.
Listen, NXT, build this to take over in Houston, please and thank you. Don't give me more. I mean, War Games is cool, but build it until at least Rumble weekend in Houston, please and thank you. Sincerely, a lover of NXT. Appreciate it. All right, real quick, let's talk about AEW real quick. I heard my man DDP came out, and I still gotta watch that shit because I will watch anything Diamond Dallas Page is on. That gave Goldberg the best match of his career. Anyway, talk about AEW real quick. What are your thoughts?
It was another good show.
Janela got on TV this week.
Yeah,
Cool.
It was a rematch to Kenny versus Janela.
Joey Janela got on TV.
Yeah,
That's dope.
NXT was good.
Damn, Young Bucks
No,
beat
AEW.
Best Friends.
Oh yeah, AEW was good. There's no doubts for
Chucky
me.
T. I fucking love Chucky T.
There's no doubt for me.
And Lucha Bros defeated Private Party.
I feel like
Wah,
the
wah, wah.
only thing I hate that is a lot of the tag team matches look the same. And
Because a lot of their styles are the same.
And on top of it, there's no own big complaint is minor. They don't have diversity in their tag team.
I think SCU is like the only ones that are different from everybody else.
Yeah, everybody just say.
Well, yeah. Oh my God, did y'all hear about Christopher Daniels though?
We've been told you about that.
I know. I just thought about it again,
What happened?
and how sad I just got. Like,
What happened?
he's injured, and I don't know when he's gonna come back.
I just feel like they don't have diverse tag teams, but it's still early. I don't.
Tag teams are really hard. Like, that's the one thing I've noticed the difference
We're gonna do
between
this?
what?
We're gonna do this.
What?
Tag teams are hard.
No, essentially I say they are because you have to. It has to make sense and it has to look right. Like, you can't just. What I don't like sometimes with wrestling is they'll put two people together and call it a tag
There's
team. That's not a
There's
tag
50
team.
tag teams in the name on top of the head that AEW can sign right now.
Go.
That's very diverse.
Go.
Come on, man. Do I have to start with the prolifics?
But we're talking. Okay, continue. I'm not talking about like indie straight to like AEW type of thing. I'm talking about like, and I'm not saying my boys are not established, but I'm talking about like tag teams that have been tag teams for years. Like, Prolific just became a tag team.
I understand that, but there
saying.
is still tag teams that have been out there for years. But I just like diversity in my tag team.
But that's
I want the big husky niggas.
Like Heavy Machinery.
A little bit too meaty, but
Pause.
yeah, cool. I like the tall, ox tall dudes. That's why I like Kane and Big Show.
Nah, I don't like
No.
tall
I'm just saying how to.
niggas as tag
Only
team
thing I don't like is
partners.
just like
That's
you need
little.
diversity. Like I want a tag team match where like they're just straight up brawling. Like
That's
some
the thing
animals.
with
Then
AEW,
after that,
and
the
you
next
know
tag team
JR
match-
said that too. He was like he doesn't like all the high flying.
Because it's not telling a story.
Yeah,
Right.
They need the diversity.
So, but that's the thing. I get what you're saying in terms of the tag team,
I
but
want like the gangster type of tag team. Like go and just beat up dudes to the theme song for hours. I want that kind
which
of tag
is
team. too.
LAX could have been if they didn't join this random ass inner circle shit. But anyway, no, I get what you're saying in terms of the tag team. And once again, the tag team division tournament is continuing for AEW, where they will crown their first ever AEW tag team champions
Yeah,
very
I want
soon.
a tag team that is, if like Young Bucks did
I
a
think
flip,
they are. I think at Full Gear. Am I not mistaken?
full gear.
Real quick before we do end off, we doing good on time. I'm proud of y'all. Even if we talked about some wild shit earlier, and we still on time. As everyone knows, Crown Jewel in good old Saudi Arabia is happening next Thursday, U.S. October the 31st, which is Halloween. At 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on live on the WWE Network. And honestly speaking, this could be one of their kind of best
I
cards
ain't gonna front.
for
It's
Crown
brawling.
Jewel.
It's
And, and I think this is about a year full circle that Crown Jewel has been on WWE, branding wise, because I think they did the first one around
Oh,
this
it's
time.
week?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's next Thursday. And that's why I had to put the predictions in, because I was like, oh, we
It's next
record.
Thursday?
Yeah. Halloween is next Thursday. November 1st is next week.
Friday.
Yeah. It's wild out here in the streets. So real quick, we have Mansoor, who was the winner of the Battle Royal last Crown Jewel, versus Cesaro. And once again, they're putting Cesaro in a position to showcase young talent and put them over a little bit if he can.
Who is?
Wait, can you wait?
Oh no, I'm about to say who is you? Oh,
Can you wait?
Sorry.
So who do you guys see? Mansoor, who is from the country of Saudi Arabia, or do you see Cesaro winning?
Come on, man, Mansoor.
What do you think, Sir Wilkins?
Mansoor, come on.
What if he doesn't? I think Cesaro's gonna win.
No, Mansoor, he's at home.
We have
people
the
riot?
20. What?
So people riot.
I don't think they're gonna riot. We got the 20-man battle royal with a winner, which I'm glad now they have figured it out to give a person who wins a fucking battle royal an opportunity. Thank you for figuring it the fuck out. Where you have the winner of the 20-man battle royal to face the United States champion of AJ Styles later on in the evening. So who do you guys think will be the winner of the battle royale?
Who's on?
They haven't announced who's in it, so just think of 20 people.
Come on, man, Mustafa Ali.
Nah, he's in the Team Hogan.
Dang.
He's the real American on the American team. Fuck
Jinder
that
Mahal?
shit. Jinder Mahal's still injured.
Buddy Murphy or Cedric Alexander?
Oh,
I'm sorry. Oh, no.
No, yeah, that's a good one.
No.
You know, I already want Cedric to win.
I just have to call him. I have to call him an entertainer.
You can't call him Cedric Entertainer.
I keep kayfabe is dead over there. So.
All right, Sir Wilkins, who do you think? Sir, do you want to talk to us and not everybody in the group chat? That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
because I'm taking care of business.
Well, business can wait. We are got a
I'm
damn show going on.
I'm still listening. I'm still listening. When you guys are on your phone all the time.
No, I actually am not.
Right now, you're not on your phone.
No, but I try not to be.
Hold on. I be talking, and she's the host of the show, and she be texting.
No.
And she be texting.
The only time I text
texts
was
a lot.
when... No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Do not. But it's
Yes,
not
you do.
about
But
me.
anyways, I don't like this shit at all.
Why?
Because it just seems so forced.
What do you mean? What do you mean it feels forced? What feels forced? Let's start from there.
You talking about the tag team turmoil, right?
No. See, you weren't listening.
Relax. It's not that serious. Relax.
Anyway.
The 20-man battle royal.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like that one either. Those are two things I don't like. The 20-man battle, I don't like that one. I'll tell you why I don't like it. Because it just seems. This isn't for us. We all know this whole pay-per-view is not for us. And the battle as a prime example is not for us because the winner doesn't get nothing.
But now they do.
It doesn't mean they're not going to win the title.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to win the title.
Listen, anything can happen. When you can have someone win a title at a house show, anything can happen. That's all I'm saying.
But the thing about it, is it going to be somebody new? Is it going to be somebody that's up and coming?
So that's what the question of the table is: who do you think's going to win the 20-man battle royal to face AJ Styles?
Who it should be? It should be. They're not on SmackDown, right?
I don't think this. Oh no, AJ's
it's
on
Raw.
Raw. So it's Raw.
So it has to be a Raw person.
Correct.
Unless they do what we've been talking about earlier when they move Big E over. Because that's the person that.
But he's already signed.
He's on SmackDown. Who said we can't change it?
Yeah.
Okay, but
That's the one person that would be like a dope thing. Like wow, that they just did that.
Okay.
Is Ali on?
Ali is on Team Hogan.
Would they do him double?
No.
It would be triple.
Yeah, it would be triple because it'd be the Battle Royal, face AJ, lose AJ, then be on a Team Hogan. That shit is whack. That'll never happen.
Yeah.
Him being on Team Hogan's already whack, so it doesn't matter.
Well, they're trying to make it look like in a real American situation.
The fuck out of here. Yeah, whatever.
Because, trying to make him not look like a racist.
Too late. So we got the tag team turmoil that you thought I was talking about, but I wasn't talking about it yet. Where we had Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus The Revival versus New Day, which I don't know if they're going to, I guess Big E and Kofi will represent New Day because Woods is injured.
Mm-hmm.
Versus the Viking Raiders versus Heavy Machinery versus Bum-Ass Lucha House Party versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, who I thought did the illest promo on Raw. Low key. And no one's going to talk about them. But
so how are they going to do this match?
Versus the OC versus the B team. Are they going to start with two teams and then is it elimination? Like, I don't know. Is it Everybody in the ring, and then the first person to pin that wins the
They're
title.
gonna do something.
I don't know, because you have both. Because you got both champions in the match. I don't understand
it's
that.
It's probably gonna be elimination. It has to be elimination.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way everybody on TV. So
true.
Whatever.
Well, they're paying everybody a fucking shit ton of money.
And then we have speaking about shit ton of money, because once Ric Flair got put a part of this Crown Jewel shit, he totally stopped talking about suing the fuck out of WWE. I tell you that much, because he was getting the Saudi check. So we got Team Hogan versus Team Flair. Those that are on Team Terry is Roman Reigns, who is the captain. Sucking dick, I understand. Rusev, Ricochet,
Why
Shorty
is he sucking
G.
dick?
Because he got to be the babyface to be a part of, like, the babyface of all babyfaces team and be team captain and blah, blah, blah.
What does that have to do with sucking dick? Like, he's just doing his job. And you low-key hating for no reason.
I don't like Hogan. I don't like Roman. So I guess if you want to
it makes, but it has nothing to do with why you say sucking
sense.
dick.
I never said it didn't make sense.
But why you say he's sucking ultimate dick if it doesn't?
But he has to be the team captain, though.
But why does it have to be sucking ultimate dick, though?
Because he has to be team captain. Like, there's no one else on that team could have been team captain.
It's Roman Reigns. He's the face of the company.
Whatever. But anyway, you got Roman.
Hold on. Who's going to be the captain? Who's going to be the captain?
Ricochet. You got Shorty G.
Rusev,
and Ali.
Ricochet, Shorty G,
and
Ali. Who's going to be the captain out of them four?
Well, that's who.
Ali. Because he's back home.
Who tweeted The Real American.
Because he's back home.
He's not back home. He's from Chicago.
His people are.
I don't know.
He's not Saudi. He's not Saudi Arabia.
Saudi.
He's not Saudi. He's Muslim and he's Arabic, but I don't know if he's from Saudi Arabia.
He's from Chicago, Illinois.
Well,
he went to high school.
What's his ethnic background?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask my homegirl who went to high school with his brother. Like, my man is from Chicago. But you got Team Hogan versus Team Flair. You got Randy Orton as Captain. Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley. Well, because he was a part of Evolution, that makes sense. Why he would be team captain. Okay. Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Drew McIntyre, who McIntyre beat Ricochet to be a part of
He's
Team
Pakistani.
Flair. Oh, okay. There you go.
So
who do you guys think? Team Hogan.
Oh shit.
What?
He's Pakistani and his mom is Indian? Ooh.
Oh, that was Battle Lines is crazy.
Oh, okay.
Holidays is wild. So who do you guys have? Terry's team.
What? It's Terry's team.
Yeah.
Terry's team versus Flair's team.
Terry's team.
Yeah, he's gonna win.
What if he doesn't? Side note, did y'all see the little parade they did in Saudi with Undertaker there with the whole float? I thought that was pretty dope. I'm not even gonna hold you. My homegirl sent me a clip of that. I was like, yo, this is pretty cool.
With the float?
Yeah,
it was dope.
I thought it was dope.
Had the fireworks
and it had the fireworks, and Taker was on the float, like legit. Like, I was like, damn, this is good.
They love wrestling over there.
Super love, but they're still stuck in the
2005.
90s. Yeah,
they have their own wrestling league over there too.
Huh?
They have a little backyard thing with some Indian people. I watch it on YouTube.
It's Arabic people.
Do me a favor, when you see random things like that and you think that's like interesting, post it in the group chat. Post it on the Jabba Facebook group.
I've been watching this for years.
So
I keep up with them too.
I need you to do me a favor and post 1 or 2 videos of that, just so the people we have over 1,000 members of our Facebook group. So
1,200 to be exact.
There you go. So that the members of the Facebook group can also get some wrestling knowledge.
I didn't go all week.
Well, it's fine. And then we have Braun Strowman versus Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury about to get this check. Tyson Fury about to get this check.
Check. Who you guys think? No, that ass. If Braun don't win, I'm gonna be upset. I'm not even gonna hold you to it. Like,
you know what? Braun might win.
Like, for years they've done look. Mayweather fucked up Big Show. Fucking, like, come on, Tyson fucked up HBK when he punched him 1-2. Favorite WrestleMania of all time, by the way.
5 minutes.
Got you. And then, so yeah, Braun or Tyson Fury.
You know, Braun. This is Braun's place.
I really want Braun to win. Like, I swear, Braun don't win. I'd be upset.
But then again, it does make sense because it's an exhibition, so Braun won't win.
All right, and then we have which I don't. If you were looking for a match that did not make sense on this card, for the WWE Universal Champion, Falls Count Anywhere cannot be stopped for any reason. You have Seth Rollins versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt, who is on SmackDown BT dubs, everyone.
And that's what I be talking about. Bray's gonna lose. Cause that's what they did last time with him. Like,
but the entrance is about to be dope as fuck. I'm not even gonna hold you to it. That entrance is gonna be hot.
You might actually have actual zombies.
But it's right. Like, I really feel like they need to give him like that, like a pre-WrestleMania entrance, like kind of thing. But it's just like Falls Count anyway. You think all these Saudi princes and kings gonna have them fight all over the damn stadium? That don't make no sense.
They're gonna start fighting backstage.
Yeah.
Do you not remember to see how long that ramp is? They gotta shit is that far.
You know, there's magic.
Yeah, the magic carpets. Yeah, that's what it is.
You know, Bray can say, "Let me in."
Pause. That's so
Disappear.
problematic.
Then after that, how that they're like, I'm too tired for this.
Well, welcome to the adulthood. Everyone's tired. Last but not least, you have the WWE Championship where you have Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez should win. He should win this, but Brock is winning.
Yeah, he go either way.
I think it's gonna be a no contest. I'm not even gonna hold you to it. I don't think that.
Oh, sorry.
Kofi. Like coffee.
Coffee.
That shit was hilarious. I forgot whoever said that, but that was funny.
You know who said it?
No, I don't remember. And they probably not even in the group anymore, so I actually don't even remember.
No, he's not in the group. No.
Oh, there you go.
Kicked him out.
R.I.P. Yeah. But once again, Crown Jewel next Thursday, Halloween. Before you go to the parade.
A viewing party for it. Come on to Legends if you're free.
Well, if you're not at work and you don't have nothing to do, you can go to Legends, watch it. Or you can watch it on the WWE Network.
Oh, shit, are we recording that day?
Yes. Which is why I did predictions, because I was like, oh, shit. Like, it's going to be done by the time we record. So, it made sense to do that. But once again, we have that. And then next Friday, Jabba Tears Live. We will be at BCW's Final Judgment 3 in Queens, New York, where you have our brother Montana Black versus Darius Carter for the BCW World Heavyweight title. You also have Miss Faye Jackson coming back from her amazing month and a half in Germany to defend her title against Ruthless Lala. And then you also have the debut of Joey Ryan at BCW, who just actually, and I'm still surprised to this day, who just signed to Impact. So you have Joey Ryan on the card. And then anything else? I'm trying to think. BWF has their, I think it's, I want to say either 7 or 9 years. But they have their anniversary show Saturday, November the 2nd in the Bronx, where they are doing a steel cage match. I need someone to go and record this for me because I can't go to the show. But I always want to give shout outs to Matthew and Ace Andrews and Cuzzo and Tyree. And I think Yaya's going to be on that card too on the 2nd. So shout outs to everybody for BWF up in the Bronx. We always want to support those that support us. So just want to give you guys a cheap plug. And then also to the week after, once again, AEW's Full Gear live on pay-per-view. But we will be hosting our viewing party at Playwright, who is the sister property of Legends. So if you go to Legends, you won't see us. It's about 2 blocks away. But once again, it's just going to be for AEW's viewing party this one time. So just make sure to know where you're going. But we have the lovely Felicia Rose and the amazing team at IWW hosting our AEW Full Gear viewing party so they can promote and push their up and coming show Cheat Code Thanksgiving weekend. So we look forward to doing that. And then last but not least, I had a very great conversation with the amazing owner of Battle Club Pro, and I just want everyone to put on the table and mark on their calendars. The first Saturday in January of 2020 will be the show for Battle Club Pro. I do believe, and I'm not gonna confirm, but I do believe they are going to do the show in Jersey. But it does not mean we will not go and support. So I always want to, thank not only Joaquin, but literally and Sir Wilkins did that, I think, the first episode of our new season. But it means the world to us at this table, for everyone that supports us and that has seen us grow and continue to grow. Like today, we had an amazing conversation. We said, what are 3 things we want to do in 2020? So we all have some, goals and things we want to do. So we're putting the pen to the paper, and hopefully some action will come out of that. But as always, I am Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. Catch us next week, Halloween edition of the Jabba Tears podcast. Are y'all dressing up? Are we dressing up? Well, I got to kind of dress up for work, so I guess.
If I feel like it.
Come with a wrestling shirt. How about that? Everyone wear a wrestling shirt next week.
I always wear a wrestling shirt.
You don't always wear a wrestling shirt.
I wear wrestling shirts many times on the show.
Yeah, but you don't always wear it. Don't say always.
I wear my guys' wrestling shirt, like Yaya, Prolific. I don't see you wearing none of these guys' shirts.
Well, I gotta go to the show, and I just got Prolific shirts, so relax. After I had to beg and plead. Anyway, you can catch us on YouTube. You can what? Shut the fuck up. You can catch us on YouTube on demand at the Jabba Tears Podcast YouTube page, Instagram, Facebook. Once again, join our Facebook group. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz. # Black Excellence. # Wow.
This shit's fire.
It's the Jabba Tears Podcast.